Welcome to Moneyness Market Advisors.
After understanding what is equity, we will dive into how the stock market works, how trade takes place, how different accounts used in trading or investing are interlinked. How can you buy or sell shares in stock market? These are all those questions which needs to be addressed before we trade or invest. So, let's start. First, let us understand about the three accounts that are involved in investing. Bank account, Demat account, and trading account. Let's first understand what these actually are. Then let's understand the complete cycle of a trade. A Demat account is an account where you can keep your shares in electronic format. It is similar to a bank account, except that instead of keeping money, you keep shares in this account. Trading account is an account which is used to buy and sell shares. It basically acts as an interface between the stock market and an investor. Investors first put funds into the trading account from their bank account, and then buy and sell shares from the markets. They can either do an intraday trade, which means buy and sell on the same day, or take delivery, that is don't sell it the same day and keep shares for next 2 days, that is T+2. For it to go to Demat account and become holding. Now that you have understood what are all the three accounts and linkages between them, we move on to understanding buy and sell process. Step 1. Add funds into the trading account from bank account. Step 2. Place a buy order in the trading account to buy shares of a particular company. Step 3. If the order gets confirmed, shares will be bought into your trading account and money would be deducted from the funds section of the trading account. Step 4. Either sell on the same day and a sell order will be executed, which would be the exact reverse of the buy trade. That is, shares would be sold and money would be credited to your trading account. Or else you can take the delivery of those shares by not selling on the same day. Let us understand how are orders executed. So, all investors quote their desired share price and the quantity they wish to buy or sell of a particular company. Let's have a look at the order window of the company Hindustan Unilever. The buy orders are arranged in descending order, that is the highest quote, which is Rs 2,151 to buy 10 shares. This quote is known as the best bid. And as we move down, the quotes keep on decreasing. Similarly, on the sell side, the quotes are arranged in ascending order, that is the lowest price of Rs 2,152. For which an investor is willing to sell 15 shares, this quote is known as the best ask. And the price keeps on increasing as we move down. A trade occurs when the best bid equals best ask. So, either the buyer increases the quote to Rs 2,152 or the seller decreases it to Rs 2,151. Let's assume the buyer to increase the quote to Rs 2,152, which means the buyer wants to buy 10 shares at Rs 2,152. Now, as the best bid equals best ask, the quote match and the trade is executed. So now, the seller has sold 10 shares at Rs 2,152 to the buyer, and in this way the order is completed. Let's discuss a very important element of this trade cycle. Broker. The Demat account and the trading account are provided by a broker. A broker is an agent, which is a linkage between market and the trader. Nowadays you cannot buy or sell shares offline but only through exchanges, as the process has become completely online and dematerialized. Brokers charge brokerages for the services and interface they provide to an investor. Brokers are of two types: full service brokers and discount brokers. Full service brokers are the ones who send us their research reports and recommend buy sell on various stocks. Thus they charge higher brokerages. There are many examples like ICICI Securities, Angel Broking and Motilal Oswal. On the other hand, discount brokers are the ones who don't provide you with any research, just the technological interface. Thus charge minimal rates. Example: Upstocks, 5 Paisa and Zerodha. Apart from the brokerages, there are also many taxes like securities transaction tax, service tax, stamp duty, regulatory taxes and various GSTs on the same. There are short-term and long-term capital gains taxes on the profits made by an investor. Investors and traders need to be very cautious of over-trading to keep these taxes in check. In our further videos, we will move to topics like how to pick sectors and companies to invest through proper analysis. And what mistakes should newcomers avoid when they start their stock market journey. More interesting content coming soon, stay tuned.